Hello and welcome to this training video for Abbott's DIY of our new Wagner wallpaper stripper, our Speed Pro. This is brand spanking new and I'm actually getting to use it for the first time because I've got to do some wallpaper stripping in my house, and I must say I've been very impressed with it. We always go for trade quality wallpaper strippers, but I'm very impressed with this bit of kit from the work I did yesterday. So when it arrives to you, just lift the top and your hose will be uncoiled in one side and the plate will be the other side. The water container is there. I'm going to attempt to try and take it out with one hand rather than two. Don't worry about that black valve, that is an inlet valve, so don't fiddle with that. So it comes out like so, turn upside down, and then that cap will just unscrew completely. I can't do it with one hand, unfortunately, but just unscrew, fill that up, that's your water reservoir, and then top it and then pop the lid back on hand tight, and then you'll see the grooves where your hands go on both sides. Again, I'm going to try and attempt this one hand whilst I film. And then it just clips, clips back into place. Then pop that on. You've got down the bottom here, you see your on switch, and you'll notice you've got a descale and you've got a refill. When it comes to refill, it will warn you. That light will come on and it will come up with a bleep sound. The descale, if that comes on during your hire, do not worry about it. Just tell us and on the return, and that's something that we do in store. It works really quickly. As you can hear, steam's already coming out. It fills the cold water from the top into a very small element, so it's very quick to get working. So when you come to use it, obviously be very cautious. Steam, hot, hurts. Appropriate PPE. I don't have my gloves on yet because I'm trying to film, but yeah, that's advisable, and safety glasses if you so want. So you basically, when you come to use, you pop against the wall, you move it over, and then you scrape behind, move it over, scrape behind. Once you get going, it comes off incredibly easy. This machine is very efficient. You see it's bubbling off already. It's incredibly efficient, the amount of water it doesn't use. But if I got a scrape on that would come off straight away. I'm just going to turn it off for now. If you've got painted walls, it's always advisable to use our Hedgehog, which is a spiked roller that you can just roll up and down the walls, and that will allow the steam to penetrate through. Try not to keep the pad on an area too long. If you've got thin plaster, it can start loosening the plaster behind. So the tip is just to move, scrape. When it's returned to us, if it could have a quick clean, so just get a wet wipe or something like that and go along the pipe, and the actual header, if you can make sure that's nice and clean inside there. I know it's not going to be spotless, but any loose bits of paper off the entire unit. Obviously be very cautious. Hot steam, so when you come to refill the tanks or take any of this off, just let it cool down a little bit. Final thing, which I did forget in the assembly, when you put the hose on, again, it's finger tight. Don't try and cross thread it. Finger tight is absolutely fine. You don't need a tool to do it. And put the flexible end on the top there, because obviously that allows for greater movement and doesn't put too much strain on the rubber hose. But any questions or any issues, obviously come and see us.